Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about another amazing trading opportunity because we are going to be talking about project Serum, SRM. So last time I did talk about Filecoin, right? FIL, and the time that I spoke about this particular cryptocurrency, it was right around this particular area below $25, and then this amazing trading action sort of happened, and we almost had about 50 to about 60% profit in literally about 3 days. So please do take a look at this particular video that I released about 3 days ago, and I'm really happy that a lot of you really made some money. I mean, like, making 60% in about 3 days is pretty amazing. So yeah, somebody made a $50 off of that particular trade, and I am so happy for everybody. But you guys have to remember that I am not your financial advisor, and I'm not really here to recommend anybody to like buy these cryptocurrencies or just basically make these trading sort of actions, because I am not really going to be responsible for your profits or your losses. So everything that I'm going to be talking about in this particular video is strictly going to be only for educative purposes only. So anyway, today's topic is going to be about Serum and why I really think it can really do like a very it can have like a very good run up, just like Filecoin did. But this one is a little bit different because obviously Filecoin had like a funding rate of around minus 0.75 on Binance, so that's obviously going to like propel the price way to the upside. So as far as project Serum is concerned, right, the funding rate isn't really that negative, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's just I don't know, it's average. So perhaps we're not really going to have like those explosive gains. So today it is showing that we are up by about 19.5%, right? So obviously this is factoring it's just considering the price action which happened from yesterday and today. So basically today we are up by about 9.7%, which is it's nothing with regards to where we are going to go, because if you take a look at the daily chart right over here, right, I am looking at SRM/USD tether. So we are coming from a high of around $3.61, and we've just been having these crazy down days, and we are right around $1.13 today. And if we switch over to the smaller time frames, right, we obviously went as low as 92 cents right over here. So to all the people that already managed to buy the bottom, congratulations to everybody. You guys are super amazing because you really did indeed pick the bottom. But the thing about trading is you barely get to discover the bottom, because if you're going to be buying around this particular area, right, you have no idea whether the price is going to continue falling or not. So it is a very risky move to like enter around this particular area. But of course, entering around this particular area is way better because you have had you have some sort of proof that there is a little bit of demand for this particular cryptocurrency. And we had this amazing uptrend today, and right now we are having like a slight retracement, which is perfectly normal. So if you take a look at what is happening, right, we obviously previously had this resistance like a while back, and today we sort of broke out of that particular resistance. And this is one of the reasons why I really believe that this particular cryptocurrency is going to end up doing very well, because it is showing a whole lot of signs of recovery, which is pretty amazing. And it sort of gives us some surety that okay, we still have some juice in the in the tank, and this is obviously like the first push to the upside. So obviously things move in cycles, and something like that can potentially happen like in the next coming few days. So this is one of the reasons why I am not really advocating for people to go into this particular trade with the Filecoin mentality, where people had this explosive move. So if you take a look at what happened with Filecoin, right, obviously it did pretty much pump a lot. It sort of broke out of this particular resistance right over here, and it was telling people that hey, I have some momentum. I am just winding my way to the top, and I'm going to continue pumping. So obviously, to the people who were looking at Filecoin as in around this particular area and then notice that, okay, the dip is done and then we are potentially going to continue going up, these are the people that really ended up making a lot of money. So a similar thing can happen with project Serum. So we did have this first push up, so perhaps we might have like a slight retracement. We might even drop all the way down to about $1. So anything which is going to be close to $1 or even below $1, that's obviously going to be like a very good entry. And if you take a look at the immediate price, you know, sort of targets that you guys are supposed, I mean, that people, because if I say you guys can actually get to sue me. So the resistance areas that I'm going to be looking forward to obviously in the next coming few days are obviously this particular one here around $1.74. So obviously if we get to sort of push up to this particular level, I'm obviously going to be taking profit off of the table. And from here, like once we cross this particular threshold around $1.76, oh my goodness, we do not have like any resistance. Do you see the visible range right over here, right? So once we get to, you know, blow past this particular area, I'm sure it's going to be, you know, pump after pump after pump after pump. It's going to be crazy because there isn't like any resistance around that particular area. And if you take a look at this particular, you know, daily chart, right, we are like at the bottom of the daily. So as much as we are having like a little bit of risk, right, it's not really that bad in terms of you know, just holding it for like a few hours, a few days. So I'm probably going to give this particular trade perhaps the next 5 days. Today is a Tuesday, so I'm obviously going to be revisiting this particular entry like in the next 5 days, because you know, sometimes depending on a particular cryptocurrency, right, the volatility is either slow or fast. So with this one, I have some surety in terms of the price chart because I am obviously looking at the daily. So in order for me to like sort of come to my you know, my other conclusions in terms of either getting out of the trade or not, I'm supposed to refer to the daily chart, right? And if we take a look at what has been happening here, right, we obviously had this amazing sort of trigger wave where we had some sort of bullish divergence on the daily. So we have like a buy signal right over there, and we also had like a buy signal. The VWAP, which is the yellow line, is obviously showing us a lot of demand. So if we see the VWAP you know, crossing above 0 on the daily, that really sort of solidifies the upside momentum. So this is something which is really giving me like a lot of surety, if I can put it that way. So if we flip over to the 4 hourly, right, the 4 hourly is even crazier. It is even crazier because the money flow index, which is the red and the green line, right, we are now just beginning to sort of go towards the 0 line, which is showing us that, okay, previously we had like a lot of selling pressure, but now the selling pressure is sort of reducing. And what is going to happen is we're going to have a situation where the money flow index is obviously going to sort of do that sort of thing. That's on the 4 hourly. Okay, so if that is going to continue happening, right, obviously the price of SRM is going to continue shooting up. And if we take a look at the VWAP, which is the yellow line, right, this is obviously above the 0 threshold. So that really means that there's quite a lot of momentum. And the red line is obviously the, you know, regular RSI. So right now we are a little bit overbought. Okay, so we might have a situation where the RSI might just end up correcting towards the downside like that. So basically the ideal area in order for you to like sort of make an entry is having a situation like this, where for example you have oversold territory, like for example here when the RSI is at the bottom, and then you have the VWAP flipping over from the negative to the positive, you know, in terms of crossing the 0 threshold. So basically the yellow line and the red line are supposed to be coming from the bottom, from the zero threshold right over here. So these are the perfect entries right over here. So that rarely happens. I mean, if you really get to like witness something like this, then it's obviously like a blessing. And so if I were you, I'd probably flip over to the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is at the moment doing its thing. So we might potentially face this little correction, which is going to be happening like pretty soon, right? So we're obviously going to, because I mean, we went up by almost 20% in about 2 days, right? So we are obviously going to witness some sort of scenario which is going to be like this, and then eventually we're going to break up. The VWAP, which is the yellow line, is going to go above zero, and the RSI is probably going to be like in the oversold territory and then continue going up. So if you take a look at the 1 hourly money flow index, right? So right now money is flowing into SRM, which is signifying that there's going to be obviously like a lot of you know, bullish pressure which is going to happen in the next coming 24 to 48 hours. So that is obviously going to give us very good profits if this is going to go on. So right now we are having like a little bit of a pullback, because I mean, guys, just take a look at this. Take a look at this. Okay, that was some amazing price momentum right over there. So yeah, if we flip over to the 15 minutes, right? So if we take a look at the 15 minutes, what's happening on the 15 minutes? The 15 minutes showing us that the VWAP is a little bit down, which is very good. So we had like a sell signal right over there. The red dot just tells us to like sort of you know, sell, and the green dot tells us to like sort of buy. So if you guys are going to be using the smaller time frames like the 15 minutes, you can obviously get to like play with the volatility and just scalp and just, you know, ping pong. You get in, you get out, just like that. But I'm obviously looking forward to like leaving this particular trade for the next 24 to about 72 hours, because it is giving us warnings saying, hey guys, I'm coming from the bottom, and I have a long way to go in terms of you know, going to my previous all-time high. And these are the types of trades that I really like around this particular area. We're not really facing like a lot of risk. I mean, the worst case scenario is obviously getting to break this particular support, right, which is around 92 cents, right? So if we obviously lose this particular support, then it's obviously going to be free fall, and that's obviously going to be pretty crazy. But right now, according to the trading action that we have been getting with regards to Bitcoin and Ethereum, so right now Bitcoin is around 13,708. So obviously when we witness this particular pump in terms of Bitcoin, right, then there's obviously going to be that particular moment where the altcoins are going to be catching up with Bitcoin, and then obviously most likely tomorrow we're going to obviously see like a lot of different altcoins have like massive pumps. So if you take a look at the 24 hours, Ampleforth is up by about 17%, Aragon is up about 13%, and so on and so forth. So all in all, I'm saying this is a great amazing opportunity. I mean, you already know what to do. If you're going to be trading this, you obviously have to utilize a stop loss. So if I were you, I'd probably put a stop loss like below 92 cents, maybe around 89, 87, so that in case something bad happens, because you just never know. Anything can happen in crypto, right? And this thing can actually go to zero. Okay, so you just have to protect yourself, put a stop loss 89 cents or anything, so that you don't really get to like lose a lot of your money. So that would obviously be like a very good you know, risk management strategy that you guys can actually get to implement. But I really think that this is obviously going to shoot up you know, higher in due time. Like once this particular retracement is done, I'm sure there's going to be like an explosive price growth towards the upside, and that is definitely coming. So this is obviously my trade. I'm updating you with regards to Filecoin. I did book my profits like right around 39 US dollars. So if we take a look at the 15 minutes, right, so the 15 minutes is indicating that we have like a lot of support and resistance right around the 34 dollar level, but I'm sure it's going to drop. It's going to, you know, go further below this. It's probably going to go to around $27 or $25 eventually. But obviously this is obviously not so bad of an entry as well, but I wouldn't recommend anybody to like enter around this particular area, because you had like a lot of time to sort of get in a little bit earlier. I mean, getting to buy it around this particular area was like a way better option for a lot of people. So that is what it is. And with regards to SRM, the current price is around $1.12, and I would probably look for buying opportunities below $1.20. So anything which is going to be below $1.20 is going to be very good for a lot of people, and in the long run, I mean, this is obviously like a long-term sort of investment. This is obviously something which can actually go to about $20 like in the next 6 to 12 months. So this is like a long-term play for me as well. So obviously, if you get to do your own research, Project Serum is a very good sort of project. They are the first decentralized derivatives platform. So they have an amazing team. They have like a working product. So even from a fundamental perspective, right, this is obviously like a very good you know, cryptocurrency and project that everybody should have on their portfolio, because obviously decentralized exchanges such as Uniswap plus a whole lot of other cryptocurrencies are pretty much trying to take over this particular sphere. And this one is a little bit different, because you are able to like trade you know, futures contracts using this particular platform, and it is all decentralized or semi-decentralized. So this is a very unique type of project. So for the future, for the long run, it is a solid cryptocurrency. It's definitely going to reach about $20, mark my words, in the next 6 to 12 months, even beyond. So I'm definitely going to be adding it to my portfolio. So if this particular 92 cents happens to be the bottom, then obviously getting to buy it below $1.20 is obviously like one of the smartest things that you are ever going to do. But remember, these cryptocurrencies have got a potential of going down to zero, because by the end of it all, we don't really know what the traditional markets are going to be doing. Tomorrow we might have a crash. You know, Bitcoin might drop to $10,000, and if that happens, then obviously a lot of these alternative cryptocurrencies are going to be heavily having retracement. So it's very important to be very logical. Do not use and bet the whole farm. You know, just use a portion of your money, whatever you can throw in. Use, I don't know, $20 or $10 or whatever you are willing to lose, and then you guys are going to be good to go. Because by the end of it all, I do not want anybody to be losing money just because they watched my video. And on the other end as well, I want people to like make a little bit of money off of my you know, trading discoveries and trading updates. So it's a double-edged you know, type of knife, whereby you know, you can make profit or losses, because I am not an oracle. I am not a trading guru. I do make a lot of mistakes. I do lose money, and you know, I'm just human. So those are the things that I really wanted to talk about. However, let me not talk too much. Let's see how this particular trade is going to go, because we had an amazing trade with regards to Filecoin, and you know, I'm really happy about this particular video that I did, because you know, we had an opportunity to like make about 60% profit. Can you imagine, in less than 3 days? That's pretty crazy. In less than, you know, 42 hours, making 60% profit. That's pretty crazy. So project SRM, yeah, let's just see how this one is going to go. But it's not really going to be as explosive as Filecoin, because the funding rate on this one is not really as low or as negative as Filecoin was. So this is one of the reasons why I'm really conservative on this one. So it's just like one of those cryptocurrencies where you're like, oh, okay, let me just put something in there and then let's see what's going to go. But it could do potentially very well. You know, like from a daily perspective, we are at the bottom. We are like literally here. at the bottom. So if we can just go even half of this particular retracement, half of that particular, you know, graph, we're going to end up making around, you know, almost 100% profit, which is pretty crazy. Okay, that's pretty crazy, ridiculous if you would ask me. So yeah, let's see what this one is going to do. So yeah, no financial advice. Whatever you do, please do your own due diligence, and please do not get influenced by me. Please do not get influenced by me. This is only for educational purposes only. So yeah, have fun, take care, and talk to you a little bit later. Bye.